morning, Dreyfus. I'm Sophia Stern.
And I'm Connor Salemi.
Plus, we will be taking a look at how Dreyfus is celebrating Black History Month. DSOA Today starts now.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Don't miss your chance. Yearbooks are selling quickly. Yearbooks are currently on sale for $100 and can be purchased on yearbookordercenter.com. Enter the school code 486.
The Junior Class Council is still in search of a class shirt design with the theme High School Musical. The requirements for the shirt is that it must be red, it must correspond to the High School Musical theme, and include up to 3 different colors. The winner of the contest will win a free shirt.
Seniors, the deadline to purchase senior ads has been extended to February 26. Visit Yearbook Order Center, enter school code 486, and select Yearbook ad for a chance to be showcased and commemorate your senior year. Yearbook photos will be taken on February 16th and 17th. There are 3 options to take the photos depending on your situation. If you're a brick and mortar, you will take the photo through your English class during the school day. If you want to buy the pictures you can scan the QR code on screen to pre-order and save money.
If you are virtual and you feel comfortable coming to school, then you can do so starting at 4 p.m. after school on both February 16th and 17th. If you're planning to come to school to take your photo, you must scan the QR code on the screen and fill out the sign-up to ensure your spot. If you do not sign up ahead of time, you will not be allowed to take your photo.
If you are a virtual student and do not feel comfortable coming to campus, there will still be a way for you to submit a photo. Scan the QR code shown on screen now to submit a selfie that will be used next to your name in the book. Selfies must be taken in a front-facing pose, and the student must follow all district dress code guidelines. The deadline to receive all selfies is Friday, March 5th.
There will be a makeup day on March 2nd only for students who are absent. This is not a retake day. Virtual students will also be able to come after school if they were not able to make the other 2 previous dates.
This year, Seeds is hosting a virtual fundraiser for Valentine's Day. Purchase treats and other goodies for your Valentine using the QR code shown on screen now. Here are Yasmin and Samaj for more.
She's so aggravating. Like, there's a reason why I'm not calling you. There's a reason why I'm not picking up.
Samaj?
Oh, shoot. My bad. I didn't mean for you to hear that.
I am fed up with this. I'm just trying to be a good friend and all you're doing is ignoring me.
Just because I don't answer all of your calls does not mean I'm ignoring you.
You don't even answer any of my calls. I just want to make sure you're okay. I mean, I haven't heard from you in weeks.
Well, maybe I did this on purpose.
What do you mean, on purpose? We've had the same Valentine's Day tradition for literally years, and suddenly you want to give me the cold shoulder? It doesn't make sense.
You know what? Since I'm such a bad friend, maybe you should go kick it with one of your other gals on Valentine's Day, since obviously I'm not doing enough for you.
Fine, maybe I will.
February is Black History Month, and DSOA Today has prepared something special for this year. We now go to Marielle for more.
Every year, we celebrate the achievements of African Americans during the month of February. In 1915, half a century after slavery was abolished in the United States, Carter G. Woodson founded an initiative dedicated to researching and promoting the achievements of Black Americans. In the following years, cities and state governments began to dedicate a week to the study and recognition of Black history. In the late 1960s, during some of the most prominent civil rights movements, regional Black History Weeks were turned into one unifying Black History Month. This celebration was initially only recognized on college campuses, where students could support and learn from each other. It quickly evolved to be a widely celebrated event, and in 1976, President Gerald Ford officially recognized Black History Month to be a national celebration.
We gather to celebrate Black History Month, and from our earliest days, Black history has been American history. African American culture has profoundly shaped American culture in music, in art, literature, in sports. It's a reminder of where we as a country have been so that we know where we need to go.
Since 1976, every U.S. president has designated the month of February as Black History Month. Canada and the United Kingdom follow in our footsteps, dedicating an entire month to Black history as well. Black History Month gives everyone the opportunity to share, celebrate, and understand the impact of Black heritage and culture. In order to participate in this celebration, every week, DSOA Today will highlight an influential figure in Black history who has made an impact on our world today. Stay tuned.
Thanks, Marielle. To celebrate Black History Month, DSOA Today will highlight an influential person in the Black history community every week. This week, we focus on Zora Neale Hurston, an American author who portrayed racial struggles in the early 1900s America South.
Zora Neale Hurston is an American writer who is famous for her storytelling abilities and her recordings of cultural history and racial struggles. She wrote about African American culture and opened people's eyes to the reality of their experiences. Hurston was born on January 7, 1891, in Notasulga, Alabama. Both of her parents were formerly enslaved, and her mom died when she was only 13. She had to work many jobs to pay for college, and she earned an associate degree from Howard University because one of her works was published in the university's newspaper. She soon moved to New York City's Harlem neighborhood, where she met Langston Hughes and County Cullen, who helped her launch a literary magazine called Fire, which discontinued after the headquarters burnt down. She became known by the public because of her short story Sweat in 1926 and her autobiographical essay How It Feels to Be a Colored Me in 1928. In 1934, she published her novel Jonah's Gourdvine, which was about the African American experience in a man's perspective. She collected African American folk tales in the late 1920s in Florida, which were published in 1935 in a collection titled Mules and Men. Hurston struggled in her last few years, and although she continued writing, she had difficulty getting her work published. A few years later, Hurston was living in the St. Lucie County welfare home, and she died impoverished and alone on January 28, 1960, and was buried in an unmarked grave in Florida. Almost a decade after her death, Alice Walker, an American writer, wrote about Hurston in the essay In Search of Zora Neale Hurston, published in 1975. This introduced Hurston's writing to a whole new set of readers, and led to publishers reprinting her novels and her other writings. And Alice Walker even created an inscription for Hurston's grave. Zora Neale Hurston was an accomplished and talented writer who inspired so many people in her lifetime and continues to today.
That's all we have for you today, Dreyfus. I'm Connor Salemi.
And I'm Sophia Stern. We hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see you next week.